Hello there, you beautiful people. This is me on a late night walk because, the doctor ordered me to be moving a bit so that I prevent my knee swelling up. So he said continuous movements, maybe walks along the lines of 20 to 25 minutes, not to put too much pressure on my leg. But yeah, be moving a bit basically and not uh, and not become lazy, basically. And I thought, yeah, if I do my late night walks where I think about football anyways, because I do that shit for my living. I do that shit for the for the channel. And yeah, even in private, man, the amount I talk about football is unhealthy. And I thought, yeah, why not use this as a small outlet for my football thoughts, basically. Yeah. And do you have any if you have any suggestions for topics or whatever I should talk about, yeah, write that write that down in the comments. And yeah, man, I'm not shy talking about stuff. So yeah, what has been on my mind lately or since Monday is an ongoing transfer saga slash battle between Liverpool and Newcastle. That basically started out as Newcastle approaching after Liverpool went to Newcastle and inquired about Alexander Isak. Liverpool basically said, "Yeah, Alexander Isak is our 1A option, and we already have a 120 million offer uh, ready for you guys. Would you be interested in a deal?" And Newcastle said, "No, that's our guy. He has 3 years left on his contract, and he's our main striker. And no, we don't want to lose that guy." And understandably so. I mean, if you have maybe after Haaland the most elite marksman in the Premier League, you don't want to lose that guy. And yeah, Liverpool basically said, "All right, if you don't give us the green light for that transfer, we will go for who you guys inquired about and take that food off off your platter." So yeah, they bullied Newcastle into a decision basically, and yeah, and Newcastle now under pressure. Sent 70 or 75 million pound offer to Eintracht Frankfurt for Ekitike, and yeah, that was immediately rejected. And Liverpool said, "Oh, okay, seems like you are going for Ekitike and you're not interested in giving us Alexander Isak either. So we will go for your target." And yeah, Liverpool today now agreed personal terms with Ekitike and sent already an offer that was rejected, I believe, along the lines of 80 million pounds. That is along the lines of 95 million euro, I believe. And yeah, the sum that Frankfurt is interested in is 100 million euros, basically. That would be 85 to 90 million pounds, I believe. So they're not too far off that. Yeah, that is what Liverpool wants currently. So they're not too far off and basically bullied Newcastle out of the deal because today it was reported as well by Fabrizio and David Ornstein and blah, 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 that Newcastle left the deal for a KTK. Now, who are the winners and losers of that situation? Honestly, there is none, I believe. Or hold up, let me phrase it a different way. I think ultimately the winner is Liverpool and the loser is Newcastle, but not in terms of the players they get, because like Newcastle keeping Isak is elite and it's great for them because they are keeping basically after Erling Haaland the second best marksman in the Premier League, and Liverpool get a player that is very similar in profile to Isak that still has potential. He's just like 23 years old, so they can develop him into something really big, honestly. So it's good for both sides. But what Liverpool has done they put their cojones on the on the table and said, yeah, either you give us your guy or we'll take the guy you want. And yeah, they let Newcastle keep their goalie, but yeah, took their chain, man, and their shirt. And yeah, however you want to say that. But Liverpool left with something, man. And that is a power move, honestly. And they haven't done that. Hasn't done that in the while. Or in a while, because all the teams always praise Liverpool for how they're dealing with them. They inquire about the player. They don't undermine the other teams. They don't go to the agents and talk behind the club's back. So first step is always club approach, and the clubs so far like that. And honestly, they haven't done something different here. Like they still went to Newcastle and said, all right, we want the guy. It's 120 million. Newcastle said no. And Liverpool said, anyways, we get the guy you're looking for. So power move, man. No, but ultimately, both are winners. Newcastle keeps a great player. Liverpool gets a young, maybe sometime great player. And in the end, good deal for both of them. What does that mean for Liverpool playing style wise? With a couple of the transfers they did, they are such a versatile team now. They have Kirkus, who is basically the Andy Robertson profile and younger, doing lots of runs towards the edge of the box, spamming crosses, being involved in building the offensive triangles and cutting open through the defense, having roaming in that half space or around the edge of the box, basically. And he can take a shot as well himself. He has done that as well for Bournemouth. So he is very heavily involved offensively. And then if you think about Frimpong on the other side, that guy is almost not a fullback anymore. He plays a very heavy offensive-based game in a sense. He is almost a winger with how progressed he is, or with how progressive he is, and doing those runs towards the touchline, waiting there at the second post, and receiving the ball, scoring there, taking crosses from the edge of the box as well, but more heavily involved in those runs to the touchline, which in my opinion would help Mohamed Salah a lot now, because that puts him a bit more centrally in the end, and because he has Frimpong to his right side, so that gives Mohamed Salah the license to be a bit more centrally and not having to take on all the fullbacks at once and trying to dribble 1v1 versus them and taking them on in 1v1 duels. That will give him a bit more freedom, in my opinion. So I don't know. I think that would help. And then if you have Mohamed Salah a bit more centrally and Hugo Ekitike as the striker who can go a bit towards the left side and have a Florian Wirtz behind them that will do those final passes, find them open, Frimpong from the right side, spamming passes and then doing the runs to the second post, and Pelka spamming in crosses from the left side. That will be an incredible offensive lineup. So in my opinion, Mohamed Salah will play almost the second striker side to Eki, which in my opinion would be incredible. And I think he can excel at that. That brings him closer to goal anyway, because at his age, you want to minimize the work rate as much as you can without sacrificing too much of the pace. So I think that helps. And Ekitike showed that he can play with a different striker, because he has done that for the first months of the last season with Omar Mamouche. He may bring that energy to Liverpool as well. So offensively, Liverpool will be incredible. But we mentioned that a lot of episodes of the Eurodive, you know that. So I'm excited to watch them. I'm very, very, very excited to watch Liverpool this season. And the playing style will be incredible. I think Arne Slot will must up in interesting game plan with how he can utilize all those guys. Maybe sometimes like using Dominic Szoboszlai as a still as a safety blanket a bit for Mohamed Salah if he should need that. But Wirtz is so involved in pressing. He was almost at Liverpool like the first pressing station anyways. So he will be basically the first defender, and I think that it will still work without needing Szoboszlai too often as a safety blanket for Salah. And yeah, that gives the license to Salah to score goals, man. And if you think about it, like when Darwin Núñez was linking up with Salah the season before the championship season, I believe Núñez had, what was it? Like 10 goals assists between him and Salah, where they assisted each other and the other one scored. So, and if you have Ekitike roaming a bit more on the left, and I think that will be a great duo if he can replicate what Darwin has done in that one season. I think that will be a very, very good duo. It will be interesting to watch. I'm excited. Tell me how you feel about this format. I may need a bit more lighting because these late night walks are dark, man, and that helps maybe with camera quality as well. But yeah, if you're interested in more of this, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and yeah, sound off in the comments what you think about it. If you critique my expertise, if you even your critiques about the video quality and everything, maybe even go to spots that are a bit calmer. But yeah, man, thanks for watching. See you guys. Bye.